Ayo, what's going on everyone? Vortex here. So, this is another world that I have played on in the past. Um, I had a lot of fun with this world. So this was my spawn. I spawned in a village, which was pretty epic, I would say. So eventually I got a little village trading setup going on. This is a bit more sophisticated than one I had last time, but it's still not great and it's not working anymore, but it did work at one point. So I got like a bunch of, I started off with farmer villagers, as one does. I had a little crop farm going on here. And then I worked up to a mending villager, yep, and a Fletcher, because those are good. And then some people to get all my tools, diamond tools, which is pretty cool. I also eventually did an iron farm, because those are very important. This was a design I used a while ago. One note, this world, the last time it was played was in 1.15, so there's nothing like netherite or anything like that, which is why I only have diamond stuff. Um, yeah, I had some villagers over here. This design does not work anymore, at least for like containing the villagers. But yeah, it was a good one for its time. I think that was like a Dockham 77 tutorial or something. And as you can see, it obviously did its job pretty decently. Yeah, I had a little farm over here for honeycomb and honey. Yep, that was pretty cool. I think that farm was my own design. It's a pretty good one. I like it. Over here, I had an Ilmango design for a stone generator, which worked really well, I would say. Because seeing as all of these are full, I don't think I would ever need any more cobblestone ever again. Yeah, it's really nice to have unlimited amounts of a certain resource. Over here is where I did all of my sand gathering. I definitely gathered my fair amount of sand. So you might be wondering why all of the grass is path blocks now, except for like these things. The reason for that is at one point I wanted to try to make a passive mob farm, which means you have to get rid of all of the animals in the spawn chunks. So I tried to do that, but it never ended up working. I never got any spawns. So I don't know, I think villagers might count towards it as well, which kind of sucks, but like, what can you do, I guess? I also had a slime farm over here. I started digging it down, but I never got all the way done with the digging. Oops. So this little area over here is the most progress I made. But like, it still produced a pretty decent amount for what I needed. Okay, so that was my slime farm. It's pretty fun. I had a little whatchamacallit? What even was this? It was, I did that and then that. No? Is that not what I did? I don't know. I don't remember how to turn this thing on, but I think it worked at some point, and I think it produced, yeah, flowers. Not a very sophisticated design, I will say, but that's fine. Over here, I had a little chicken farm that, okay, I guess that was pretty successful. Very cool. And then I had some pumpkins and melons over here. And over here, I had theoretically an automatic villager breeder, but I'm not actually sure that it worked all that well. I never really got many villagers from it. Give me 1 second while I sleep away the night. Awesome. Yeah, and then over here I had an automatic crop farm, which, yeah, no, did not work that great. Because the thing was, there's a hopper minecart there, so we were supposed to throw it, and the hopper minecart would pick it up. But yeah, I don't think it ended up working that great, but that's fine. And then finally, over here, I had my classic mob farm that I used in a bunch of my worlds, which was pretty successful. think I grinded at this one a lot more than I did other ones. Yeah, that was pretty successful, I would say. Pretty successful indeed. So this was my main spawn area. I think that is pretty much everything that's going on here. Oh, I guess I had a little crop farm over here. That's bone meal based. And apparently does not work anymore. I think it's probably because these need to be full blocks. So I kind of broke some of my designs doing that. So that's pretty much everything there. In the nether side, we have this area over here. It looks like we have a singular nether tunnel, which, if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure goes to the end. So I guess we'll check that out real quick. I think this is a much shorter tunnel than the one I had in my previous video, so hopefully should not take as long as it did last time, because that would be pretty unfortunate. And I do believe I see the end in sight, which is pretty epic. I am very happy about that. Yep, so right over here, yeah, we got the stronghold, nether portal, pretty standard stuff. And then yeah, the nether. Yeah, no, I did this last video too. End portal, and the end dimension. I don't know why I say nether. I'm not very good at words, but that's fine. So yeah, not a whole ton going on here. I'm not even sure if I had like any kind of Enderman farm or anything, which is a little disappointing. And I don't believe I had a whole ton going on over here. Yeah, it doesn't really look like it. Nothing too interesting going on. So we'll just skedaddle over to the portal over here and go back to spawn, which is very fun. So the next place we have to go, I think, might be the last place on our trip. And if you can tell from the blocks surrounding this, you might be able to get a little bit of a guess as to what that is. So I eventually linked to the top of the nether. I think that area doesn't actually go anywhere, but this goes over here. Ignore that. That was a very bad attempt at a ghast farm, I believe. It's very pitiful. It's very pitiful. It is not good. I'm very embarrassed to show this. It's, yeah, these were the spawning pads. If a zombie piglin spawned, it would come over here and fall. And this was supposed to entrap the ghasts. I don't know why I thought that would be a good build. It kind of sucked. And then we got this portal over here. And with this beautiful monstrosity. Before we look at that first, let's go over to my little island over here, which was my main base of operations while I worked on that. We got a bed, got some fuel smelters and glass smelters, and then some random stuff. And a lot of shulker boxes that are very unorganized. That's cool. And then this was my attempt at a passive mob farm. I just wanted to get to the point where like stuff actually spawned here, because like it's whatchamacallit, it's a plains biome, so there should be animals spawning. And I had, I think, a few layers for them to spawn on, but nothing ever did. So that was a bit of a letdown. But also, like, I don't really think it would have been worth it. It's a kind of a weird farm with little payoff. And then over here, if you might be able to tell, there is a giant gap in the water. And this was done by me digging out the entire thing. And then making sure there's this little gap here so water source blocks wouldn't form, so this wouldn't actually come in. It's very satisfying. I will give it that. Like, not having walls is very cool. And yeah, then I leveled the entire monument and I started building a guardian farm, which, as you can see, I mean, it technically works. I don't think it's very good though, because I mean they're obviously not getting pushed over or anything very efficiently. Also, the soul sand blocks probably does not do wonders for my frame rate. So I was starting on building another one, and then I think I just got tired of building it over here. Then I have beacons underneath here, but there's not really much down there. I almost forgot to check my ender chest, which has empty shulker boxes, some packed ice, a fireworks box, which makes sense, ender pearl box. I guess this is my Richides, and then an iron box. So Richides, we have this, which is not a ton, but sponges. It's pretty cool. And then obviously the dragon egg, and then a wood box, I think originally, stone box, and redstone box. So I think this is really about all that I did in this world, which honestly, it's not a ton. Yeah, but I guess, so I did have a suggestion in my last video to check my statistics, see if there's anything interesting over there. So yeah, let's do that real quick. So we got statistics. So we got all these. I dealt a lot of damage, it looks like, 28,847. Apparently I never blocked any damage by a shield, which makes sense. I don't actually think I ever had a shield in this game. I crouched a distance of 16.69 kilometers. I walked 256, and I've flown 521. And apparently I've never ever been on a horse, a minecart, or a pig. Obviously not a strider, because it wasn't, there weren't any around when I had this world. Then apparently I've been on this world 337 times, which is, that's a lot. Big number, pretty cool. So the time played is 4.24 days. That is pretty cool, I guess. Honestly, not a ton, if you think about it. But yeah, that is that. I've traded with villagers almost 2,000 times. Anything cool for items? I think the biggest one I had for like items mined was probably sand. Yeah, sand I did 32,000. Which makes sense because I use a lot of sand for that ocean monument. I don't think there's anything else too crazy here. I guess I got a lot of cobblestone. That makes sense. Which one is this? That is picked up. Yeah, I definitely picked up my fair share of cobble. Nothing else too crazy though, it looks like. Cobblestone was a big one, and then obviously I used pickaxe a lot. But yeah, that is that stuff. Apparently I picked up sea pickles a few times. Very cool. And then mobs. I killed a fair number of blaze, a lot of creepers, few endermen, few guardian, 104. That's actually a fair number. Fair number of magma cubes, lots of skeletons, because I did have an overworld mob farm, so it makes sense I'm going to be killing those. Oh no, I killed 2 villagers. That's that's kind of sad. Oof. And then yeah, all of these. But yeah, I think that is the extent of this world. There's not really a ton in the Nether. There never really is. I don't do a ton in there. I think only one of my worlds have I done anything remotely interesting in there, and I don't actually know if I have a copy of that. But if I do, you might see it at some point. You might not. We'll see. Anyways, thank y'all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will see y'all next time. Bye.